Have you ever stopped to think about what the next version of the internet will actually feel like? I mean, really feel like. Because we are on the edge of a shift that's just as big as the jump from text to video was.
See, the future that we're all stepping into, it's not going to be about clicking through pages on a screen anymore.
No, it's going to be a place you actually inhabit. Some people are starting to call it the corporeal internet. Think of it as a persistent, shared digital space where we don't just consume content, we actually exist inside of it. And you know what? There's a platform that's already a living, breathing prototype of this exact future.
Okay, let's get into it. We're talking about VR chat, and it is so important to understand that this is not just another video game. It's way more than that. It's a foundational piece of this whole next digital frontier.
Just try to imagine a sprawling digital city that's built from the ground up entirely by its users. That's kind of what this is. It's a digital third place, like a coffee shop or a park where millions of people go to connect and create. In these spaces, your identity is totally fluid, your avatar is your body, and the worlds you explore, they're limited only by the community's imagination. It's this incredibly complex social ecosystem that's already up and running.
And this is where it gets really wild. Actually inhabiting these digital bodies has a profound psychological impact on us. It's a phenomenon called the Proteus effect. The avatar you choose, how tall it is, what it looks like, how it acts, it actually starts to change how you think and act in the real world. It's such a powerful idea. In this new internet, the skin rewrites the ghost. Your digital shell literally reshapes your inner self.
But all of this radical freedom, the ability to be anyone and build absolutely anything, it creates this fundamental tension. It's a core conflict that every single social platform of the future is gonna have to figure out how to solve. And this table just lays it out perfectly. On one side, you've got the unrestricted digital playground. That's the wild, super creative, anything-goes culture that made VR chat a hit in the first place. But on the other side, you have the urgent, undeniable need for a safe social environment, especially when it comes to protecting kids and kicking out predatory behavior. So the question is, how do you stay a wild frontier while also being a safe, civilized city? Well, VRC Chat's answer is this really comprehensive roadmap they're planning for the first half of 2026. First, they're doubling their investment in safety. They're bringing in mandatory age verification. They're making creators label their content so you can filter out what you don't want to see. And this last part is key. They're shifting their focus from just blocking content to proactively tackling the behavior itself.
Now, to really get what's going on here, we have to zoom out a bit. Because this whole evolution inside VR chat isn't happening in a vacuum. Nope, it's being shaped by two massive shifts in technology. And the first one is a revolution in artificial intelligence.
We are taking a fundamental leap from the reactive chatbots we're all used to, the ones that basically just answer our questions, to something totally new, proactive AI agents. These are systems designed not just to talk, but to do. They can reason, they can plan, and they can execute complex, multi-step tasks all on their own. They don't just answer, "What's the weather?" They can book your entire vacation for you.
And look, this isn't science fiction. These agents are being built right now on these incredibly sophisticated cognitive architectures that basically mimic how we think. You've got frameworks like React, which create a loop of thought and action, and then there's Tree of Thoughts, which lets an AI brainstorm multiple solutions to a problem at once, just like we do. AI is literally learning how to think things through.
All right, so the second giant shift happening is all about the economy. User creativity, the stuff we all make, is no longer just a hobby. It's becoming a foundational pillar of the global economy.
And the scale here is just staggering. The market for user-generated content, our videos, our 3D models, our digital art, is projected to explode from around $7 billion today to over $64 billion in the next 10 years. That is huge.
And platforms are already building the financial plumbing to make this happen. In VR chat, for example, creators can now earn real money through paid subscriptions. And get this, under their model, a full 50% of the revenue goes directly to the creator. This changes everything. It transforms digital creation from just a passion project into a legitimate career.
So, let's recap. We have intelligent agents that can act on their own, and a brand new economy built on stuff that users create. When you combine these two powerful forces, well, you get something more than just a new kind of platform. The final piece of this puzzle is way more profound. It's a shift in how we understand reality itself.
Across a ton of different fields, from cognitive science to biophysics, this powerful new metaphor is starting to take hold.
the idea of life as a living program. This theory sees reality not as some fixed, static thing, but as a dynamic, executable process. It suggests that our world, our biology, even our own consciousness are all systems running on a kind of code, and that code can be optimized, debugged, and even rewritten. And this all leads to a really startling conclusion. In these new digital worlds, where our avatars change our minds, where AI agents act for us, where our creativity fuels the economy, the lines just completely dissolve. Our identity is no longer separate from the system it's in. The ghost isn't just in the machine anymore. The ghost is the machine.
So the main thing to take away from all this is that VRChat's struggle with freedom versus safety isn't just about one platform. Its 2026 roadmap is really a blueprint. It's a real-world test case for how all of us are going to navigate the convergence of these incredibly powerful forces: intelligent agents, user-built economies, and a world where reality itself starts to feel like a program we can change.
And as we build this new, inhabited internet, that leaves us with the most important question of all. If our lives, both online and off, are becoming a kind of program, we have to ask ourselves, who's writing the code? And maybe more importantly, what kind of world are we programming into existence?